What is up, y'all? It is your boy Justice. I am back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about how to brainwash yourself into working hard, how to brainwash yourself into stopping the procrastination. So if you're watching this video and you have an issue with procrastination, but you do not want to have the issue, if you're a person that wants to work hard, you have high aspirations, but for some reason you're lazy some days, you can't get yourself to get up. Some days you're consistent and motivated, but some days you're not. This video is going to be for you. You are not alone. I was in that same boat once upon a time, and I was able to brainwash myself into not only working harder than I've ever worked before, but nowadays I do not procrastinate, when before it was probably the biggest issue that I had that was holding me back from achieving what I wanted to achieve. So if you're in that boat right now, this video is for you. Make sure you watch the whole video. Let's get straight into it. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is what is happening to you. Why is it that your conscious mind is saying that it does not want to procrastinate? It wants to be great. It wants to work hard, but for some reason, your body won't do it. For some reason, your mind won't do it. It's because most of your actions are not being controlled by your conscious mind. So despite you saying that you want to be better and you don't want to procrastinate and you're not comfortable where you're at in your current life, your conscious mind believes that, but your subconscious mind doesn't. And your subconscious mind is responsible for 95% of your actions. So pretty much throughout the day, you're primarily moving subconsciously. So even if your conscious mind wants to be in a specific state, if your subconscious mind is not in that state, you will subconsciously, meaning by default, fall into that subconscious state. So what do you have to do to change so that you can stop procrastinating and you can work harder? You have to reprogram the subconscious mind. And that's exactly what this video is going to be about. I'm going to give you guys 3 different ways to reprogram the subconscious mind. The third way is the easiest way by far, so make sure you guys stay to that. It is literally a cheat code where you can do this while you're asleep. You don't even have to be awake. You don't have to do any work for this. It's literally just reprogramming your mind for you. So let's get straight into that. I'm very excited. First off, I want to give you guys an example of this. I love giving examples because it helps people really understand. Now, say you just started a job and you're very excited about this job. Say it's a teaching job. You wanted to be a teacher pretty much your whole entire life. You finally get the teaching job and your conscious brain is telling you, wow, I'm so happy. I've worked so hard for this. I can't wait to start. I just can't wait. You start the job, and for the first few days, for the first few weeks, it's the perfect job. It's the job you've always dreamed of. That's what your conscious mind is repetitively telling you over and over. But things start to happen at the job. You know, you realize your coworkers aren't as nice as you thought they were. You realize that the kids that you're working with are mean, they're hard to deal with, they're annoying over time. And then after a few weeks, you no longer love the job. Now, the job that you once loved, that you once dreamed of, you no longer like it. And every day from that day on, all you're looking at is the negatives of the job. All you can find is the negatives of the job. Ultimately, you hate the job. Now, is it because you hate teaching? Is it because you hated the job in the first place? No. You obviously loved the job in the first place. You obviously wanted the job in the first place. So what was it that changed from those first few weeks? Is it the fact that you noticed that the kids weren't nice? Is it the fact that you noticed that your coworkers weren't nice? No, because in reality, those people were the same way since you started your job. So since you started that teaching job, your coworkers and your kids, they weren't the nicest people. That didn't just happen. You just weren't aware of it yet. Now, what actually happened? What actually happened is that your subconscious mind started to take over your day-to-day life. Your subconscious mind is programmed not to like work. It is programmed to be comfortable. It is programmed not to like mean kids or mean coworkers. It is programmed not to like working hard. Most people's subconscious mind, because of their childhood and how they were raised, is programmed to procrastinate. It's programmed not to like work. It has a negative connotation around the word work and work in general. So once your subconscious mind starts to take over, then you start to hate the job, even though your conscious mind is constantly telling you that you love teaching, you love kids, you love your job. But it's not your conscious mind that's controlling you. It's your subconscious. So once your subconscious takes over, you no longer like that job. It's the worst job you ever had. You're coming home every day complaining about it. When in reality, it's not that you actually hate the job. It's that your subconscious mind is programmed to hate work. So that is what is happening to you guys, and I'm going to tell you guys how to fix it. The first thing you want to do is meditate. Before you click off the video, because I said the word meditate, I know it's a broad and subjective statement and everyone meditates differently, but I'm asking you to just sit there quietly for about 25 to 30 minutes, Don't say anything, don't listen to anything, and just observe your thoughts. The first step to changing the subconscious mind is noticing the type of thoughts that the conscious mind has. Because whatever the conscious mind thinks repetitively, it then trickles down to the subconscious mind and it becomes a subconscious thought. So if you're not realizing the conscious thoughts that you're thinking repetitively, you will not be able to change your subconscious mind unless you do the last tip that I give you. So the first step to this is you want to notice the type of thoughts you have. Now, just 2 years ago, I was a guy who thought a lot about sex, greed, money, status, ego, things like that. So all of my thoughts were surrounding those things. Now I'm a guy that thinks of spiritual growth, God, my relationship, my family, my finances. So most of my conscious thoughts surround that. So the more that I think about those things, they transfer down to my subconscious mind. And now at this point, they're conscious thoughts because I'm noticing them. So the first step is you need to meditate, you need to observe, and you need to realize where you're at on your mental plane. Where are you at? What are the type of thoughts you have? Where are you at? And where do you want to go? What type of thoughts do you want to have? That's the first thing I want you to do. I want you to notice these things. The second thing that I want you to do, I want you to identify what type of person you want to be, and you need to write this down. It needs to be visual. It needs to be something in your face. Get a big whiteboard, hang it up in your office, hang it up in your room, and write down the characteristics of the person that you want. Whatever type of person you want to be, write down their characteristics, their habits, their thought patterns, how much money they have, literally everything to a T. Because once you do the first step where you start to notice your thoughts, the second step is making sure those thoughts resonate with the type of person that you want to be. So you notice your thoughts, observe them in meditation, and then you write down the type of person you want to be. And every time you're in meditation, or even if you're not in meditation, and you observe a thought, think to yourself, does this thought align with the person I want to be? And if it doesn't, then now you know, all right, I need to change this thought. So the next time that I observe that I'm thinking this thought, I need to instantly flip the thought. So if the thought is, damn, I really want to go on vacation, but it's just too much money. Does that align with an abundant individual that can afford anything they want? No. So once you notice that you had that thought, you need to change it. And instead of saying, I wish I can go on vacation, but I can't afford it, it's too much money. I want to go on vacation. How can I afford it? I'm the type of individual that can go on vacation. I can afford vacation. These are all affirmative thoughts that push you towards your actual goals and your physical reality. So that's step 1 and step 2. Step 3 is by far the most effective and the easiest to do. Step 3 is going to be to reprogram your subconscious mind when you're sleeping. Now, the reason you want to reprogram it while you're sleeping is because while you're sleeping, your conscious mind is asleep. It's not having thoughts, but your subconscious mind does not sleep. It never sleeps. It is awake at all moments of the time. Not only does your subconscious mind not sleep, but your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between your imagination and a real life situation, which means that if I closed my eyes and I imagined that there was a lion in front of me and I started to feel the emotions that I would feel if a lion was in front of me, my subconscious mind actually believes that there's a lion in front of me. So if your subconscious mind is seeing you wealthy, owning a bunch of real estate, living in Costa Rica with a beautiful wife and kids, and that's what your subconscious mind is seeing, it doesn't know the difference between that being real and that just being in your head. It thinks that that's real. It thinks that you're in Costa Rica with a beautiful wife and kids. That's what it thinks. So not only do you have a subconscious mind that never sleeps, but you have a subconscious mind that loves imagination. It literally loves imagination. So, I'm sorry, you want to say something? White people this. So saying that, when you're asleep, what you can do is use affirmations to reprogram your subconscious mind so that when you wake up, your subconscious mind is having different thoughts. It's pushing you to do different things. Like I said, it controls 95% of the things you do. So if you're able to play affirmations while you're sleeping, and these affirmations need to be related to the type of person you want to be. Last night, I listened to a 40-minute video on repeat while I was sleeping for 8 hours, and it was a affirmation video surrounding wealth, money, confidence, and things of that nature, so that while I'm sleeping and my subconscious mind is still up, it's literally hearing the affirmations over and over. The affirmations is programming my subconscious mind. So now when I wake up, the only thoughts I have is confident thoughts, wealthy thoughts, rich thoughts, because that is what my subconscious mind was programmed to think about for the last 8 hours. So now my subconscious mind is reprogrammed. But the key to this is that you can't do it once. It has to be a repetitive thing. You have to do this over and over and over. Every night that you go to sleep, you have to play these affirmations so that when you wake up, your subconscious mind is programmed in the state that you want it to be in. And then your life literally gets on easy mode, because now the thing that is controlling 95% of your movements is directly aligned with what you want and the type of person you want to be. And once you do that, now life's on easy mode. Now everything is just coming to you. You never have to chase anything again. You don't have to chase being the confident person. You don't have to chase the money. All of it comes to you because your subconscious mind is programmed to have this already. So if you guys like that video and that provided you any value, please share it with a friend. Everyone deserves to know this information. It's public knowledge. Everyone deserves to know it. And ultimately, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button for your boy. Hit that like button and comment down the type of videos you guys want topics on. I'm dropping a video every day for you guys as long as I'm not sick. Let's grow this, man. I love you guys.